the worst Valentione's day ever. It's all raining. It's not fun. This is the worst. What is it? Facepalm. No, now I'm crying in your boob. Well, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers, so let's get it over with. There's a bunch of people going on, and we're gonna have ourselves a fine Valentine's Day. Isn't that right, Aeonica?
Yep.
Yep. All right. First of all,
doesn't need to be good weather.
It doesn't have to be, as long as you have your loved ones by your side. Am I right? But first, let's look at our minions. Wind up Gundu Warrior. I literally couldn't find any lovey-dovey stuff that Aeonica didn't already have. So we're gonna have to go with this guy because he's vaguely red. Question mark. Don't ask questions.
To be fair, if I didn't have this one, I wouldn't have one either.
Yeah, exactly. There aren't that many pets that they give out for Valentine's Day. A sign of friendship between the Gundu and Gundu tribes, this animated doll was created using a myriad of sacred items enchanted by an elder shaman. It is unclear how, without clockwork, the warrior can walk on its own, but its maker remained silent on the techniques he employed. Like the most precious of crystals, Gundu culture possesses many facets. Sonu Vanu. If I recall, there's the other one over here. This is the Gundu Warrior. Created by a Gundu shaman using techniques similar to those employed to craft battle totems, this animated doll contains no wheels or gears, but is rather propelled by an ancient Gundu enchantment known only to a handful of village elders. Like breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, netherlings. Lonu Vanu. And there we go. What about the Bridesmoogle? Oh, jeez.
The Bridesmoogle, Moogles serving the Sanctum of the 12 claim the magicked poppets provided with purchase of a lavish ceremony of eternal bonding are guaranteed to bring happiness. Conveniently offer no refunds if you do not hap upon said happiness. What have you done with my bride? Thanks, Fawn.
The Bonds is the best. That was the Hildebrand quest, if you remember.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that was Vaughn's. It was him.
I had to think for a second if it was the Stormblood one, maybe.
Hey! Do you remember Astrid from last year?
Yeah.
I do hope Koopa Cup survives the season. Survives?
Get rid of this.
Survives the season? What's going on? Alright, let's check out Miss Lisette. What's up, Lisette? Lisette de Valentione has her mitts full this Valentione's Day. 'Tis the season of honor and affection, and romance is thick upon the air. I, Lisette of House Valentione, entreat you, dearest one, to breathe deep and take love's richness, its cloying, rosy radiance, into your bosom. I already cried into Aeonica's bosom, so, I mean, I already got that. Hold on.
There's room for one more.
I know, right? Hold now a moment, traveler. This face, yes, I know it well. You are love's humblest servant. Honor and adoration's foremost champion. Oh, what a delight it is to see you again, and in such blessed times as these. Alas, every rose has its thorns, and even this fairest of seasons is not without its trials. Indeed, trouble is afoot, and it threatens the hearts of all in this realm. Do you recall a Moogle by the name of Koopa Cup? Self-styled magnificent maestro of the myriad matters of the heart? Heart-shaped palm? Ring any bells? Ah, excellent, for these woes we speak of are specifically his. Valentione's Day is a joyous occasion, but not always so for those who acquit themselves as Postmoogles of the realm. Koopa Cup has his poor paws full, delivering heartwarming missives far and wide, hither and thither. Though he would never admit it, I fear he's at his wit's end. But you, benevolent adventurer that you are, can provide precisely what our hirsute.
Herald. Yes,
Herald.
hirsute.
Gosh darn it. Harold requires oh so desperately. Pray let Koopa cup your talents and retrieve him from the edge whereupon his wits now teeter so precariously.
We know who wrote this best.
I know, really. A working adventurer is a happy adventurer. Let's do this.
If I must. Shrug.
Marvelous, you are a hero through and through. Koopa Cup will be so relieved. I shall fetch him at once. Why could it be? So it is! Calosa! Returned again this year to aid us in another Valentione's Day celebration, have you? Once an emissary of love, always an emissary of love, Kupo. Now then, I hear from Astrid that you would help me in my hour of need, for which I am most grateful. However, it is not the work itself that vexes me, but rather a colleague of mine, a clueless courier newly inducted into our vocation. Every Valentione's Day, we emissaries are overtaxed, and this season has proven no exception. I had hoped to nip this issue in the bud by petitioning the deputy Postmoogle for a helping paw or two. He obliged, but has sent someone altogether worthless, an undiscipled tyro. To make matters worse, the daft thing is painfully ignorant of the ways of the heart. You should hear the way she speaks to the clientele. What an ugly gift! Love must be blind, and such nonsense. Left to her own devices, I fear she will ruin Valentione's Day, Kupo. Give the girl the axe, you cry. The impulse is very much with me, I assure you, but I can't rightly turn away the very assistance for which I begged. I would come across as the most wretched ingrate to ever have wings. Yet I haven't the time to train her, let alone the patience. Fret not, you harried Harold. You are right to have sought our help, for I have come upon the cleverest of solutions to your predicament. We shall enlist the help of our doughty adventurer and House Valentione's very own Astrid to accompany said callous courier. What? You cannot be surprised at my suggestion. 'Tis a most natural fit. Calosa, so skilled in so many subjects, will teach her assistant the delicate art of the post, while Astrid shall instruct the Moogle in the ways of order and adoration. There, a splendid plan, if I do say so myself. Are you both sure you're up to the task? It isn't too great a bother? What a seasonable relief indeed, Kupo! I shall bring her to you at once, for there is no moment to lose. Ta-ta! TTFN! The little Postmoogle. And a chocobo! May I introduce you to my fledgling Postmoogle charge, Puck T. Pico, and her loyal chocobo. Oh dear, this is rather awkward. I confess your friend's name has slipped my mind, Kupo. Salutations, one and all. As for my chocobo, his name can't have slipped your mind because he hasn't one. I refer to him simply as my partner dear, or when I'm feeling particularly silly, Bird. Many an acquaintance of mine has attempted to provide him a name or two, but none of them ever stick. Or should I say, I always forget them? In any case, you may call him whatever you like. It makes no difference, least of all to call him. Least of all to him. Queer, queer! Yes, well, be that as it may, I have tasked Pukti Pico with the 3 deliveries, all of which I would ask you to join her on. These 2 are to accompany me? Very well. Who am I to turn away? Whoever you are. Our first stop is the Carpenter's Guild. Bird and I shall await you there. See a bird? Bird duh! Yeah, why don't we just call him Bird duh? That would be particularly hilarious. Carpenter's Guild, my favorite guild. Calosa's home away from home. Although, technically, wouldn't it be home within the home, seeing as how...
Yeah, I suppose. Depends how you look at it.
Let's see how Pukti Pico acquits herself. Surely she can't be so terrible as Kupta described. Oh, the recipient is out on an errand or some such. A pity. As for the parcel, well, since no one is available to take it, I say we just leave it at any old place. There are other assignments to be getting on with after all. I say, now hold on just a moment. I am no Postmoogle, granted, but merely abandoning a package like this before a door seems a touch disrespectful, does it not? What we have here is a gift, an item crafted with love and care. It deserves to be treated as such. Who is this from exactly? A young woman, if memory serves, daughter to the man meant to receive this. Oh, yes. And there was something about her training at the Culinarians Guild, I think. My memory is hazy. We ought to make the delivery in person. You do make an interesting point. The man is out on an errand, yes, and since he is with the Carpenters Guild, it stands to reason he is out collecting lumber, and from the Botanist Guild, like as not. We shall start a search there, for a Valentione's Day gift must be delivered straight into the recipient's hands. Yeah, it's wet out. Maybe it'll get bad and nasty.
Yeah.
There we go. Loitering Carpenter. I believe we have found the man whom the package was intended.
Yes, what is it?
A delivery for you, sir. You weren't at the guild when we came calling, so we took the liberty of tracking you down.
Alright, give it here then. Oh, what's all this? Valentine's Day chocolate? Now this is a surprise. My daughter's an apprentice in the Culinarians Guild, you see. I heard she'd been selected to make the chocolates for the festivities this year, but I certainly didn't expect to receive any myself.
And how wonderful that you did. It is not every day one's daughter is accorded the honor of crafting such a beloved confectionery. She must be quite the culinarian.
That she is. My pride and joy, that girl. What a pleasant surprise this package was. Certainly made my day. I can't thank you enough for bringing it all the way out to me like you have. I'll never forget this kindness.
Goodness! Seems like a bit of an overreaction to be handed some food, doesn't it? That's what savvy Postmoogles call customer satisfaction, Kapow. Agreed. There is a lesson to be learned here, Pukti. Joy is not meant to be kept to oneself. It is a feeling that yearns to be shared. We played a part in bringing him happiness, so it is little wonder that he wished to share his felicity with us. So, joy is meant to be shared? Well, when you put it that way, I suppose it's not so foreign a concept. When something makes me smile or laugh, I do tend to talk to my companion's ear off about it, and I'm often made the happier for it. Whee! But enough about that. Time is wasting. Best be off to our next delivery. The recipient waits at the Whistling Miller by the looks of it.
Which is actually right over here.
Yeah,
We don't
right
need
over
to
there.
teleport.
I'm rightly concerned for our fair recipient. She appears to be in a state. I wonder, how are you doing wherever you are? I wish I could hear of your travels, your adventures. It's been ages since I last had word from you. Pardon me, but I have a delivery for you, ma'am. For me? Oh, it's from one of my dearest companions, and look what they've sent. Pink seashells. Are they not extraordinary? Look at their vibrancy. Ah, and a card. Happy Valentine's Day. How delightful. Shells? Empty ones? You can't even eat those. At least the other fellow received chocolate. Pukti, that is abominably rude. You must forgive our friend here. She is not accustomed to deliveries such as these. There is nothing to forgive, I assure you. I could hardly be upset after receiving a gift like this, and from a loved one. I have not seen in quite some time. My friend, you see, is an adventurer in their own right. They enjoy being cryptic, though, and never outright tell me where they've been. Rather, they make me guess by dropping hints in the form of curiosities such as these. What a blessing this parcel is. I was only just wondering how they were faring and where their journeys have brought them. Thank you, Ms. Postmoogle. You have brightened my day. Love is a mystery indeed, and a funny one at that. It is my pleasure to tell you, Pukti, that love is a many-splendored thing, and we each have our own unique way of expressing it. The friendship between that girl and her adventurer companion is a perfect example. That gift, which appeared mere frippery to you, was a treasure in her eyes.
It's important for adventurers to check in with their loved ones. Perhaps their friend is in La Noscia. Perhaps their friend is traveling the Ruby Sea.
Perhaps her friend is traveling the Ruby Sea. I suspect you may be right. Outside of a few specialty traders, seashells of that quality and color cannot be easily found in the landlocked regions of the realm, after all. So you mean to say this was her friend's way of telling that young woman that all is well? Their way of assuaging any worries she might be harboring about their safety? How fascinating! To be sure, were I to be separated from my bird here by expansive seas or vast mountain ranges, I'd like to hear from him from time to time. Perhaps not every day, that would be irksome. But to know that he's in good health would not be altogether disagreeable, I suppose. Anywho, no sense in losing ourselves in thought, not when a parcel sits burning a hole in my satchel, Capo. Our next delivery takes us to Apkalu Falls. Let's away! This is our first and final delivery of the day. Goodness, I don't know how these Muggles do it.
Really, they ought to be here by now. Don't tell me my gift has fallen afoul of bandits on its journey here.
Greetings, sir. I have for you a parcel from one of Ulda's preeminent art dealers. Kapow?
At last, her earrings, they've arrived! Goodness gracious, how stunning they are! This craftsmanship, this meticulous attention to detail. I couldn't have hoped for a better present for my wife. She'll be over the moon to receive them. Her birthday is coming up, you see, and I wanted to ensure her special day is just that. I've even given Kupta Cup's palm a vigorous pat. I hear tell that one touch is enough to bring a couple happiness for all their years to come. Let's hope so. You did well to bring me these all the way out here without a scratch on them, you know. I'd begun to worry that by the time I received them, the poor things would be nothing more than scuffed, dented rocks. You've got a bright future ahead of you in the Postal Service, my friend. Thank you.
Now this is odd. There is a flutter in my chest. A tickle in my stomach, Kupo. Have I taken ill? Or do compliments and words of gratitude always elicit this sort of response? Trust me when I say you are not ill, Pukti. That flutter you feel, those ticklish sensations you described, that is fondness, a form of love indeed, and it was made manifest by that man's appreciation for what you provided. Oh, so this love nonsense. Why, it isn't nonsense at all, is it? It's quite wonderful, actually. I like it too. That feeling when my bird and I settle down for an afternoon nap in the Twelfswood, when I tuck myself under his wing and we are warmed by the sunlight breaking through the trees.
Oh.
Perhaps you haven't mastered the concept entirely, but I do believe we are making strides in the right direction. You certainly seem more attuned to the ways of the heart than when we first made your acquaintance at any rate. Now that all three apostles have reached their right hands, let us return to Miketos Amphitheater. No doubt Kupka Cup is anxious to know how Pukti fared. Oh, by the way, you there, Aeonica?
I am here. I got disconnected a little while ago.
That must have been it then, because I was just like, you seem awfully quiet. No, I can't say for certain. I believe I'm beginning to understand why everyone is always nattering on and on about this love business. Its mysteries are a little less, well, mysterious. Our emissaries of ardor and affection are returned to us. I trust all is well in the hearts of the realm. Does the language of love still elude our perplexed Postmoogle? Let us inform Kupa Cup of our efforts. I am sure he is on pins and needles. Hey, Kupa Cup. Here they are, our agents of affection, our heralds of the heart. Returned at last, and not before time, Kupo. Tell me, how went your deliveries? Splendid, each and every one. The recipients were all thrilled to receive their parcels, and I'm pleased to say that Pukti Pico learned something along the way. Yes, I do believe I did. Love is, well, it's quite a bit more complicated than I first imagined it to be. There are hidden depths to it, ones I didn't see before. I may not be an expert on the subject yet, but I would like to think my ignorance is not quite as dire as it once was. You are making progress, certainly. I'm glad of it. And just so long as you did not offend anyone, I couldn't ask for more. Anywho, I am indebted to you, Astrid, Calosa, and Aeonica. You have spared at least 3 citizens of the realm from potential cruelty, however unintentioned it may have been. Now, I am being too harsh. Pukti, you have shown a true, concerted effort to understand the labyrinthian complexities of the heart. And as a reward, I am inclined to set upon you another task. For in truth, your work is not yet finished. Much is there to be done this Valentine's Day. Poe, when you've the time, speak with me again, and I shall tell you about it. What could it be? Ooh, we're gonna get Postmoogle barding. Yes. There you are, and not a moment too soon. Your unwavering devotion to the ways of ardor and affection, love and romance, courtship and intimacy is both commendable and deeply appreciated. So, to the task of which I spoke. It involves a woman by the name of Alois, who only just posted a parcel with no small amount of urgency. However, she then returned, begging us to call off its delivery, a highly unusual request, and her eyes, twin pools of sorrow, Coupeau, she fled straight away, ere I could even get my bearings, let alone ask what troubles her so. Will you help me seek her out? Leave it to me! You are too kind. Now, as for this young woman, she is an Ellison of great beauty, and thus should not be an easy one to overlook. Last I saw of her, she made a sharp left at the fork in the road, unless my eyes deceive me. To the left, you say? That way lies the Great Loam Growery, if I'm not mistaken. I will accompany you there, Cup. Oh, that was Astrid, but whatever. I thought it was Pukti Pico. Calosa, Pukti Pico. You two will look near Naufika's altar. Should you come upon her before we do, come find us at the growery. Have fun, you, 4. 5. Sorry, Aeonica.
So we're looking for an Ellison in Gridania. This should be easy.
Well, it's a very pretty Ellison.
So we're looking for Elby?
Hey! Beer. It's better than the joke I was about to say, so,
I hope it wasn't a racist one.
Maybe a little, maybe just a bit.
here. Could it be Alois? I'm not much of an aesthete, but I know an Ellison when I see one.
Yeah, I know. There's a million of them in here.
Who, me? Yes, I am Alois. Why do you ask? We're asking why you wanted to call off your parcel. Kupka Cup wants to see me, you say, but whatever for? He's beside himself with worry, Kupo. He told us you turned tail and darted off looking dreadfully stricken, downright morose. You can understand his concern, surely. I see. I owe him an apology for worrying him as I have, and an explanation for my frantic flight as well. Kupkaz is still at Miketo's amphitheater, correct? I'll go to him at once. Actually, never mind, she's already gone. I suppose I shall go fetch him then, shall I? Meet us at the amphitheater, Calosa, and do hurry. We wouldn't want her dashing off again.
Looks like Alois is dashing off again.
Yes. Maybe that's why it's raining. The tears that she's feeling are bringing down Valentione's day.
Maybe it has been raining for a long time.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's here. Such a look of heartbreak as ne'er I've seen in a woman. There must be something we can do for her.
Let us speak with Alois and find out what upsets her so.
No. There we go.
How fortunate you were to have come across her with such ease. In retrospect, I realize my description was rather subjective.
Yeah.
We had best at least get another epiphany about love for our troubles.
Hope so.
First, let me start off by saying how grateful I am that you would think to come and check on me. For the truth of the matter is, I've received an offer of marriage. I meant to accept, which is why I came to you initially, Kupka, to see that my reply would be delivered safely. However, as I was writing to tell him yes, I found myself hesitating more than I ought to have been. I began to wonder if I was making a terrible decision, not only for me, but for him as well. The man who seeks my hand is of Ishgardian nobility and goes by the name of Azolmile. At the moment, he is quite ill and is seeking treatment here, in Gridania. Do not misunderstand me. I was overjoyed to hear of his devotion. A life spent with him would be a wonderful thing. But I'm no noble. I'm of the most common stocks, no more special than a weed underfoot. I wasn't raised with the aristocratic manners of a future wife of his requires. Who am I to marry into nobility? I must destroy my previous missive and pen a new letter, one telling him I cannot go through with it. But that one I'll hand-deliver. I won't have an emissary of love delivering such ill tidings. Now, I don't pretend to be an expert in the ways of the heart, but isn't love the desire to be with someone forever and on? The desire for a trusted partner in this world? Someone with whom you can share your joys and your woes? If you care for him, be with him. Wouldn't it upset you to do anything but? It certainly seems to have. I may not have much experience in this, but I know that were I and my chocobo to be separated, I wouldn't like it. Not one bit. I don't believe giving up is the solution, Kupao.
Verily, I am myself of Ishgardian nobility, and can thus speak from a place of authority. Each of our houses has its own traditions. It is our titles that connects us, not our principles. Before making your decision, seek the counsel of your beloved and learn what his family values.
I could not agree more. After all, it is doubts you harbor, not a lack of affection. If you believe his heart to be yours entire, then trust that he will listen to your troubles, that you and he can solve them together. Why not send one more letter, explaining what it is that vexes you? Yes, I see your point. It's unfair of me to hide my feelings like this. He's owed my honesty, but how does one even write such a letter? I wouldn't know where to begin. Perhaps you should explain your apprehension about fulfilling your duties as wife to a man of a great house. Make it clear that, should you decide to join his social milieu, you will require time to study, learn, and train before you are comfortable.
A word of warning, though. To compromise the very woman you are in order to bend to the rigors of nobility may leave you jaded, haggard, and altogether infuriated. Thus, I suggest you first inquire as to whether his family is capable of accepting you as you are.
Why not simply write down all your worries? I don't fancy myself a poet or passions or what have you, but there's something to be said for getting everything out in the open. All of these ideas have a great deal of merit and would certainly be given due consideration. Calosa, what say you? Which of these notions has struck a chord with you?
Oh, jeez. Tell him exactly what concerns you.
Make clear that you won't compromise who you are.
Thank you for your insight, everyone. I believe I know what I must do now.
Then let us fetch you parchment, quill, and ink. Fortunate that you have us, you know, for we emissaries are never far from instruments of the post. Why, I shall even provide you with Valentione's day-themed stationery.
Of course.
Yay!
Really waiting for it to come back, okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's done. Now all that's left is for him to read it. My darling is likely in the gentry's ward. I know he enjoys the sitting in solitude on a bench not far from the gates. He'll be there, like as not. Then that's where we shall try first. We'll be back with his response as soon as we're able. Tally-ho, bird! Love's work awaits! Quang!
I am a touch anxious to see how this all unfolds. Keep your tissues close at hand. We may yet be consoling a very distraught woman. This will be a day of rapturous reconciliation. Will this be a day of rapturous reconciliations or of doleful dissolutions? Either way, we are honor and affection's most faithful agents, and we have a duty to see this through to our conclusion. Jeez, look at all these losers. X to ignore everyone else.
Oh dear, I'm so fidgety, I just can't sit still for nerves.
No, I can't take this any longer. I refuse to stand idly by while my future is decided without me. That does it. I'm going to the gentry's ward this instant.
Eloise! Eloise, you can't! And she's gone. Our duty as emissaries of love and affection demands we see the lovelorn lass through this trying time. I shall meet you at the gates of the gentry's ward. Dun, dun, dun!
All this panic and then dun dun dun.
Yeah, I know, right? Huh? Oh, wait. We can go to Lancer's Guild.
Yeah, Lancer's Guild is.
I just realized what my outfit is. It's reminiscent of chocolate. Yeah, like chocolate, like Valentine's Day. Ah, I got him! Yeah, it makes sense now. What? Who are we talking to? Oh, Alois is there. Well, let's talk to the others first. Yes, might I help you?
Calosa, you are good to come. You are good to come. Believe us, Postmoogles, to our work. Oh my goodness, my tummy's wound itself into one huge knot, Paul. I must be more nervous than I thought. That man
Okay.
there must be Azulmile, the well-to-do beau of whom Alois spoke.
Also, thanks, Aeonica, for agreeing wholeheartedly with me about chocolate outfit.
I'm sorry to have run off again like that, but I just couldn't wait around twiddling my thumbs another moment more. We have a letter for you from one Miss Alois herself, Capo.
A missive from my love. Thank you kindly, Postmoogles. Oh no, it's getting all wet! Ah, the ink ran! Ah!
Knees, Roddy.
Perhaps it's not my place, but if I may...
Sir, can you read?
Yeah, I know.
Alois thinks a great deal of you. We watched her as she wrote that letter you now hold, and we could see plain as day how much she cares about you. If there's love to be found in this world, it's there, in every word she has put to that page. That is now gone and ruined. The heart and its intricacies are my forte, I'll admit, but if you're even half as much affection for her as she has for you, then what you two share is something wondrous. I only hope you can both weather whatever troubles come your way. The heart
Yeah,
isn't
this
my
way.
forte.
Corm this way, yes.
The heart isn't my forte, indeed. For one who claims such a thing, you show remarkable perspicacity. What?
Perspicacity?
Yeah, it's perspicacity. What the crap?
You show remarkable perspicacity in the matter. You are quite changed from the Moogle I once knew. Color me impressed, Kapow.
You are kind to concern yourselves over my and Alois's affairs. Your kindness does you a good deal of credit. To see us in the corner. I shall pen my response
Oh,
this
we're fighting
instant.
so read so well.
Yeah, I know, right? Can I trust that you deliver it straight to her once I'm finished? He must have rolled a natural 20 on his perception.
We serve at your pleasure. Your trust is not misplaced in us, good sir.
Got great perspicacity.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you hear that?
He's going to reply. We should return to Miketo's amphitheater at once. I don't want to be here when he's sent our Postmoogle friends all the way back here.
Yes, it would be rather awkward were his letter to have no recipient. Let us explain the situation to Lisette and wait for Pukti and Kupka's delivery.
There's new stuff.
What? Oh, yeah, new stuff being said. Okay, I guess that's true. Rip my sprint.
Oh.
I'm curious to see his reply. Not that I'm the one receiving the letter, or reading it for that matter. Goodness, it's none of my business at all, is it? Fret not. We can oversee the delivery of Azulmile's missive ourselves. All you need to do is wait patiently with the others.
I ought to have parchment and quill around here somewhere. Oh yeah, and I finally reached the shard, and my sprint is back up.
It's okay. I went the long way, so I only just got here.
Eminent emissary of adoration and affection is with us once more, and now that we are assembled, we've only to wait for the custodians of Azulmile's reply. Oh jeez, we got Moogles! We got Moogles hanging out and dancing together.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
have any wind-up Moogle, they'll dance together. any type of Moogle. They always do a little dance like that. I feel sick to my stomach. What if I've angered him? What if he calls up the whole engagement? We'll have to find out.
We have returned, and with your beloved's painstakingly penned post and paw. Pukti Pico, I was drawn to your advice in particular. I wrote down all my worries, concerns, and questions in a clear and concise fashion, and he responded with, well, with some confusion, it seems. Although now, at least, he's aware of what troubles me, and for that, he says he is grateful.
Does yours say something different?
It does. I took your words to heart, Lisette, and I'm glad that I did. He writes me to say that he adores me for the woman I am, and that he would never push me to be anything less. He tells me I have a quality that is all my own, one that no other could ever hold a candle to, which is why he fell head over heels for me in the first place.
Aww.
His life here is a good one he's come to enjoy. So much so that he's even considering moving to Gridania permanently. I suppose there really isn't any need to worry about joining the upper crust, is there?
He's very sweet here, you see. He tells me that together we will go down this list of mine and solve one problem at a time. Where we live and how will be up to us. What? Where we live and how. Oh, where we live and how will be up to us to decide, not his family. I have come to ensure my letter has reached you, and see if you have yet to read it. After all, you did the same for me. It would be unkind to not return the favor, no? Huh?
Natural 20!
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Oh gods, how embarrassing! You caught me spying on you, didn't you? You're embarrassed? For what, pray? I find it endearing, my darling. Ah, these companions of yours, did they assist you in your writing to me? Then we are in your debt.
Aww.
Alois, my love, what say you to tea at the Carline Canopy? There we can discuss our future, a conversation which is long overdue, I should think.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, my friends. Where would I be without your help? And I promise yours will be the first invitations we post once we've settled on a day. What?
Goodness gracious me! Do mine eyes deceive me? Pukti Pico! Your palm!
Oh, I didn't even notice. It's a heart palm!
Why, it's adopted the very shape of the season, and it is lovely beyond compare, Capo, and 'tis much of a muchness with mine, or so I flatter myself to think. I can't rightly explain it, but seeing those two together brought a flutter to my chest, a spring to my wings, and the next thing I knew, my palm began to tingle in the most peculiar of ways.
Should probably see your GP.
Yeah.
It's just a marvelous thing to know that we had a hand in ushering Azulmile and Alois' story into the next chapter, and to think it was all performed strictly through the art of the post. Affectionate missives are more than just silly folderol I assume them to be. I see now that they show what's in our hearts like nothing else can, and we emissaries are their trusted custodians.
That we are, Pukti. Only do remember that letters require more than just love. They are also in need of names and addresses. And speaking of names, perhaps you might bestow one upon a certain chocobo. Think of it as a show of not only kindness, but of love, too.
A show of love, you say? I suppose you're right. I was never able to recall the names given by my Moogle acquaintances, but I bet I could arrive at something that actually sticks. I will give it some thought. Make sure I've and make sure I've done this bird justice. Quack, quack! My once foolish fledgling has wings of her own at last. How proud am I to see you soar. You are a credit to the emissaries of ardor and affection with your heart-shaped palm. It is my most sincere honor to have you among our ranks, and I pray that you will continue this most revered work. I would love nothing more, Kapow.
What joy to be blessed with so many couriers, and in this season of sublimity, no less. 'Tis heartening indeed to watch our numbers grow and grow, for with so many we can ensure that ardor and affection accompany all the fair creatures of this realm, where'er their journeys take them. Ho ho!
We get, oh my gosh. Honorific habilitudinitabitibus, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound perquisious. Honorific, what was it? Honorific habilitudinitatibus.
Oh,
We get prismatic hearts, never mind. Yeah, have fun with that.
somebody found a thesaurus for this quest.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. What do we got? What do we got? Valentione mobile.
sounds cute.
Do you want to pick one up? Wait, no, I'll just pick up two. There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's head on over to Mist and let's go set up Valentione's Day. And then we can show off the Chocobo farting. Oh wait, we can't show it off yet because Chocobos can't come out here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I could ride on her. That would work.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
have
that would work.
any... No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there's no outdoors missions. Other than maybe this, but only because it's a moon planet.
Nah, that's a selfic thing.
Ah.
But I do think we have something in here that's heartocious.
Horrific.
Can't just put it on there? Lame. There you go. Oh. Let's see, anything? We have the marriage cake. That's kind of a thing. Yeah, that's about it. Then let's return that to the storeroom and nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Nope, darn it. There we go. There we go. Nice. Yay! Happy Valentine's Day! Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Alright. Oh. And love you shall find. Yay! Flash welcome. Yay! Okay, there we go. And then slash G pose.
nearby minions. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And then, there we go. And then zoom in just a bit. Oh, there we go. Yay! There we go. Oh wait, I think I can, nope! Darn it. Darn it. There we go. No, no. There is a way I can stop it, stop people from moving. Nope. Oh, no! Stop! Ah, I messed it up. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm done. I hate G-pose. It's the worst. There was a way. I've done it before, but like I don't got time. I'm not gonna stand around here doing stupid stuff. Anyway, thanks everyone for listening and watching.
Ooh.
Valentine's Day. I'm the worst. I'm bad at G-pose and I don't use it often enough. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Anyway, see you around. Bye. I'll probably just gonna cut that out. Okay.